Oh, and we got shop expansion. Shop expansion is a game system in which you can give materials and gal to shops to increase the selection available in the shop's stock. You do this by selecting the expand from a shop menu. As you expand shops, you accumulate points. When those hit a certain level, your shop level rises and new stock is added. Additionally, raising your shop level lowers the price of items sold at shops. You gain points needed to raise your shop level by donating materials, donating gal, buying items at the shop. Yeah, so this is kind of, it's a neat idea. I don't hate it. I don't love it. I'm very mixed on it. But it's a very neat idea. We're not going to mess with it now because we don't have much. But it's a neat idea. Like, other Tales of games have shop levels. But, like, Xillia had the most of it. They had, like, a whole system based around it. And it was emphasized. It's a neat idea. The Calamity Key.
This was surging with mana when they activated their so-called Lance of Kresnik. So this must be the key they used to arm it. Do you want something?
Whoa, hold your fire. I come in peace. Can't a mercenary have a friendly chat with his clients?
That much is fine. But when you want to chat, you needn't hold your breath and sneak up behind me.
Sheesh. You make me sound so unsavory. Do you berate poor Jude like this too?
I don't intend to berate anyone. That was never my intention.
Do try to be gentle with him. Boys can be so vulnerable.
That's a surprisingly tender sentiment.
That's what it says on my business card. The mercenary with a heart of gold.
Those are good words to live by. Although, with a motto like that, I can't imagine you'd live very long.
Not the type to sugarcoat things, are you?
Oh, man.
So these ships have spirits channeled into their sails to intensify the winds they catch. What a clever idea. Human spirit arts can be very impressive.
Alright, so I guess there are no side quests at the moment. They're probably teaching me. They probably have, like, one right now. I have to do this one, I think.
Hey there. You've got a request, right? How about letting us handle it?
Oh, you're mercenaries. Oh, perfect timing.
What kind of request?
Well, someone's got a problem with monsters, and we get paid to solve their problem.
Ah, so by taking on these jobs, you get the reward and I get the practice.
Right. Everybody wins. Well, except the monsters. Okay, hit us with the details.
Some monsters we've never seen before are lurking near a lake west of the Sea Haven. A lot of people depend on that lake for water, so those monsters have become a real nuisance. I'm looking for someone to exterminate the beasts.
What's the reward?
Cash, of course.
You heard the woman. Thoughts?
Sounds fine to me. Fighting monsters will be good training.
Excellent. Now these beasts are no pushovers, so please watch yourselves.
About your sword training. The monsters aren't just going to stand there like training dummies, you know? We should go over some basics first.
I appreciate it.
Ready your sword. Well, that'll do.
You have my gratitude.
Shall we go?
Wait, Jude. Take a moment to consider your situation. You don't have to stay with me anymore, you know.
Right.
Now that we've crossed the border, it'll be a while before any pursuers from Rashugal get here.
What are you suggesting?
Just that he still has some time to think things over.
Sorry, I'll make up my mind by the time you set off.
Okay, very well. Let's go and complete that request.
There's nothing to make up. Jude is coming with us.
You thought you were doing the right thing. Now you're on the run. That's a pretty tough lesson for a kid your age.
Yeah, but I brought it upon myself.
Alright then. Monsters that live near the lake are pretty scary. Be careful. Alright, this is the Oh, the first quest is mandatory, so this is definitely the one that... I have a guide for the side quest. This is definitely the one that they're telling me. Hills of has a tendency to have a lot of missable quests, so I'm using a guide. Witness for the defense.
Let's see.
What are you up to?
Just trying to organize all of my notes for my thesis.
Those in the books at a time like this? You sure are studious.
Yeah, probably a waste of time. I'm sure I've already been expelled being an X-marked criminal and all.
Ah, cheer up, kid. If I get a chance, I'll testify to the military and the school on your behalf. Shouldn't be hard to make the case that you're just a poor kid who got sucked into this.
Thanks. But aren't you a wanted criminal too?
Ah, that. I guess I did flee along with you.
So if we get captured, I'll testify for you. I'll tell them that you're nowhere near as shady as you look.
I'll take it as a compliment.
This is about combat links.
My Lilium orb is shining.
Mine too.
Wait, you two have orbs too? Great! We should try linked combat.
What's that?
Lilium orbs are handy things. They let you sense your companion's intent. That's a huge advantage in battle. You can coordinate your thoughts to pull off combination attacks. We call this linking.
Sounds great, but how do we do it?
Try it and see for yourself. Focus your consciousness into the Lilium orb.
After seeing that, I have to know where Milla keeps her Lilium orb. I don't think I want to know.
Let's finish this quickly.
Alright, Jude, let's do it. Now we got regular Milla, so we're not going to be as broken anymore. Oh, I love linking.
I'll cover you.
Final Gale. I love Final Gale.
Born from cooperation and friendship. Not bad, right?
Yes, I quite like it.
I feel much better knowing I'm not fighting alone.
Right there with you, buddy.
When linked partners work together to surround their foes and guard each other's backs from enemy attacks. Because of this, having a partner makes it easier to land critical hits and provides some protection against enemy critical hits. Alright, nice. Alright. Yo, linking makes the game even more fun. In case you didn't think the combat looked fun already, linking is where it's at. Dude, I love Tales of Xillia. It's my 5th favorite Tales of game. Combat's just so enjoyable.
This isn't looking good.
Don't worry, I'm here with you. Okay.
Let's end it.
Okay.
I'm gonna die. Alvin, can you give me a heal, please? That'd be nice.
Thanks.
Thank you. Flare bomb. You're done.
And that's a wrap.
A wrap indeed. Beautiful feathers, nice. Final Gale toasted. I mean, the combat on moderate is pretty difficult because I had pretty low health at one point.
Not bad.
But this should be a perfect difficulty for now, and we'll change it to hard if it does get too easy. If I remember right, I don't know why I remember this, but I think it's to the left. Dude, I played these games so much, just Tales of games. I played some of them a number of times, so my memory on them is pretty good, pretty strong. Yo, Jude, wanna heal up? We don't have a proper healer. Final Gale. Goodbye. Spin. Oh, I love that attack.
Onward.
Alright, let's keep up the pace. I love the sound those guys make. Got it! I love it.
Flame. Here's through.
You really want to fight?
Okay, it's over.
Windblade.
Damn it. We need to conserve our strength.
Huh? Oh, it's L3. And over limit, you can just spam link arts. So it's a neat touch.
All who oppose shall fall.
I wish we didn't have to fight, but we must.
That was such a good coordination. I love it. How did Jude and Milla plan for that? Dude, I'm gonna be fighting a lot, just like I did in Grace's F. It's combat is so much fun. Every Tales of game I love to battle. I battle so much sometimes that I actually just get carried away with it because the combat's just so solid in these games. Even Xillia, where it's the weakest in Tales of Xillia, it's still pretty great. I don't hate Xillia. Xillia is still a good game. It's just one of the weaker ones. Not counting of the modern games, it's one of the weaker ones. Not counting Dawn of the New World because that game is trash. And the combat's like mediocre at best in that game.
Let us move onward.
We should probably edit the Xillia more. Perfect time because Milla and Jude leveled up. Normal attack and art chains. Whenever you use an art after normal attack, your link partner will help pay the TP cost of the art. When you use a normal attack after an art, your link partner will share in the TP recovery effect in the normal attack. Something to note about linking is when you take damage, your ally that you're linked with also takes damage. And the same thing for healing. So, linking has a lot of depth to it. But that can also be used as a double-edged sword, so you and your link partner could die at the same time if you're both low on health. I want to have a quick navigation to the Xillia Morb really quick, just so I can, like, take away the shortcut, I think. Or I might think of Berseria, possibly. Probably thinking of Berseria. Probably thinking of Berseria, I don't know. You could auto-level, but I'm not going to be auto-leveling. I would rather choose what I want. Alright, we're going to get some HP. Some defense. Do I want that art? It's Flame Ring. I can hold off on that. Also, I forgot to explain. Next to Milla's GP and her portrait is the little nodes. Those are the nodes we need to get to expand the orb. The orb will keep expanding as you get more. Those are the nodes we need to expand the orb. We're not going to get Flame Ring yet, I don't think. TP is pretty good. I'll take some TP and some Strike. Strength, whatever. Not going to bother with Wind Guard yet. Increasing max AC is also good. Alright, Jude we have to start. So, for Jude, I love having Jude being fast, so we're going to focus on that first. We're also going to get Cerberus Strike. Just because I love that art. And we need a second art with Demon Fist. Over 10 HP each time. That's good. I'm gonna hold off on that for now. Steel is also good, but again, we're going to focus on that later. Soaring Vortex is great, but we're going to get that later too. In the meantime, I'm going to try and get Momentary Gain. And then finally, oh no, he has one more. We can get Momentary Gain and Soaring Vortex. So it worked out that way. Alright, now for Alvin. Alvin only has 3 GP. Guardian Field is good to have because we should have a healing. Right now we're very limited on healing. We don't get a healer too late in the game, but the only healer we have is Jude, and I guess Guardian Field counts as a healing move. I'll count it. So we don't really have too much healing at the moment. Alright, that's good enough. Beautiful. Alright then. That's good. So, let's go on. What we got here? Oh, never mind. A monster attack first. I love the linked attacks that you get with your partner. They're so good. Goodbye. Also, Tales of Xillia has a large focus on aerial combat, which I love. I love aerial combat in video games. That's why I love Kingdom Hearts so much.
You really want to fight?
The likes of you will not stop me.
Alright then.
You're starting to look pretty good with that blade.
I do seem to possess an aptitude for sword fighting.
That's good. Fixing my headset a bit. Final Gale. Also, we got Aerial Fire.
We need to conserve our strength.
Goodbye, Aerial Fire. Love that. Hey, you're dead.
I'm out.
Milla! Okay, it's over.
Windblade.
Milla! It's over.
And finished.
I get another art. No, I didn't get an art with her. I think I still only have Windblade, Wind Lance, and yeah, Wind Lance and Fireball. But yeah, something to note about Milla, something I love about Milla is that she can she has these things called spirit arts, which are basically magic. She can make them used as close range moves, which if you see sometimes I'm using Windblade instead of Wind Lance, that's because Wind Lance, if you press the button once, it becomes Windblade. Same for Fireball to Flare Bomb. But if you hold the button, it turns into a spell. So Milla is kind of like your balance between a physical fighter and a mage. She's like a mage, but she can also be used pretty effectively as a close range fighter. But her gimmick is switching between the spirit arts and if they're used as spells or not, which I love. It's such a unique mechanic. Really neat mechanic. I love it. Aerial Fire. That is so strong.
I say that worked out very well.
The XP we're getting is really low, but we're leveling up fast because I'm just fighting a lot.